Hey everybody, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to Gwenddwr. So this episode is going to be where I thought we were last episode. I forgot a couple things. I found a field that I didn't know we had. I found a field that I forgot to fertilize. You know how it goes. Life on the farm. God, that is... Either this building is not to scale, or that is a massive tractor, or this is just a tiny little building and it is to scale. I don't know. How are we feeling about that door? I mean, I guess that's about right. So, is this about right? I don't know. I mean, I know tractors, even small tractors in this game, like I would think of this as a small tractor in Farm Sim life, right? Big tractors like a quad track or something. But even small tractors are big. Right. All right. We'll get to work. Just, just thinking out loud, as you do. Let's find a home for this plow. I think right back here, through the yard, I think there's some, I don't know, it's not really out of the way, but it's like more out of the way. I wouldn't put it up here. This is going to be for things we use a lot. There's our little Metal Tech trailer that we got, but around the back here, around the back here, this building right here, I think, is going to be for things that we don't use very often. It's sort of out of the way. So let's get this thing dropped. We'll head back over to Field 15, where the... Back up, I said. Where the MB track is. And we did get a second layer of fert on Field 15. We'll put this thing to work on the cultivator. Alright. And we'll bring the MB track back and get our grass taken care of. Something I want to do today is find where the entrances are. We own, I don't know, at least a half a dozen grass fields around this farm, around this yard. And I feel like some of the entrances are going to be through the yard, like that one right there, and I think there's another one beyond it. But some of them we may need to go out onto the road. I know the one up by the lane itself, by the road itself. This one, there's a gate here. Right here, yeah. But then there's also a gate up front. So as many of these as we can get into without leaving the farm property, I would prefer to do that. It just feels safer. I know. It's a sim. Oh, I'm an idiot. I almost drove all the way over there without our cultivator. God, it's a Thursday, man. It feels like a Monday. It feels like a Friday. How's your week going? My week's going all right. I spent the morning racing, and I love that F1 sim. I do. I love all the F1 sims. I've been into that franchise for 4 iterations now. Yeah, since 17 I've been playing it. And this one does not fold. Definitely does not fold. I've been into it I've only been gaming for 3 years again, but 17 was the one that was available when I started gaming again. Yeah, that works out about right. And I really do love that franchise. There's a lot of different ways you can play it, and this new one, F1 2020, they specifically made it so if you want to play a very casual game with a controller, with a gamepad, console players, that you can have a blast. You can have as much fun as you would in any arcade racer, but if you want to go the other route and play it very realistically, I know it's probably never going to be a true sim, but if you want to play it realistically and add a lot more challenge, you can do that. That's how I play it, and I swear, man, a Grand Prix just wears me out. I'm only doing half length in career mode, but that's still about 45 minutes, and it really does, like, I can feel it when I'm done. And I don't have a great wheel. I have a consumer grade wheel, but you can still get quite a bit of resistance from it. And then I have the pedal set extremely stiff. I have my brake pedal set. It's not a true load cell, but I have it set so it barely moves at all, and you absolutely have to reef on it to get any kind of brake effect at all. So when I'm done with a race, I feel it. In non-career mode, I do 100% length races, and those are between 90 minutes and 2 hours. But I don't do that for career mode, so I never feel like I'm locked into doing a 2-hour race. I can do one for fun if I want to, but I never have to do one. Right. Hey, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to talk about F1 in a farm video, but just saying, it's it's been that kind of a morning. And we also did a MotoGP event in Japan, and that kind of beat me up too. Not physically, but like emotionally. I don't like that track. All right, enough about racing. Here we are. Let's get pulled in. Can we back in? Is that the easiest way to get in here? Let's get into any one of these fields. Doesn't matter. They all have 2 layers of fert, and they've all been plowed. So we'll get in here and get this thing to work, and then walk back across the lane, hop in the MB track, and head back to the farm to get some grass fertilized. And if we get done with that, we may drop the fert spreader, pick up the new Metaltech trailer, and come back over here and grab some crop to sell and get a little bit of money. So this is field 7, right? So we want to go here, field 7, right? Like so, a couple of those. Generate me a course. I want this on automatic. I want this here. Where's our start point? Right there. Beautiful. Still haven't decided what crops we're going to plant. I think whatever we plant, it's not going to be canola, and certainly not wheat or barley, because we don't need straw, and you don't hardly get any money for wheat or barley compared to some of the big money crops, soybeans and sunflower and that sort of thing. So I think whatever it is that we plant, we're going to plant it later in the year anyway, so we don't really need to decide that straight away. All right, and our speeds are good. Speeds are good. Get to work. Confirm that everything's working okay. Beautiful. And this thing, if you're not familiar, this is from ITS, I think is the modder. All of this stuff, like all of these little rollers and wheels and everything lifts up and down with, it's not quite IC control, but it's, oh, there's axes. There's a lot of axes in there. And you can move all those things. There was a time I thought it was like broken because it seemed to be dragging the wheels, but you just need to set them properly. You need to get them to exactly the right height where they're low enough that they're sort of working in the soil, but not so low that they're digging in. It's a really well-made mod. It's on the mod hub, and then the XML for it is available in the XML database, the MR-XML database. Right, so that will take, probably 30 minutes, and we're already like 8 minutes in. So let's go fertilize some grass, and we will see if we get that done today. If we do, we'll sell some crop. If not, we'll just look for gates and entrances, figure out how to get into our grass fields, and continue. Well, we got to think about that too. We have to figure out what we want to do with our grass, because we only need, and even if we bought, I don't know how expensive sheep are. We can find out right now. At the end of this lane, we'll park this thing, we'll run across, hop in the animal trigger, and see how much it would cost us to buy a sheep. Alright, so we'll pull up right here. Yeah, let's park this thing right here, carefully. We'll turn those on. We'll turn those on. See what we get here. We do need to buy, well, we either need to buy or lease the equipment to bring the grass in to make hay. If we wanted to buy, oof, $5,000. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, 20 sheep would be $100,000. So that's, but it's only 20 sheep. So what do we need for 20 sheep? Like 16 bales, hay bales? Less? 8? We really don't need a lot. So that leaves a lot of grass that we can either make into hay bales to sell or sell as silage. Honestly, we'll put a lot less effort into it and get a lot more money for it if we just sell it as silage. All we need to do is rake it and pick it up with a loading wagon versus making hay, right? We need to ted it, then rake it, then bale it, then pick it up, then take it to the sell point. Fortunately, the sell point is on our farm, but still, you know, I think the smart play at that point is to make one field or maybe 2 fields into hay bales and make the rest into, well, we won't really make it into silage. We'll just pick it up as grass, take it down to the BGA, and let the BGA make it into silage and then sell it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And I guess, rather than leasing that other equipment, the tedder and the baler, you know what we could do is just buy the bales. Yeah. We could just buy the bales and not spend that extra money leasing and sell everything as silage. That might be the smart play economically. Yeah, it might be. It might be. And that way, we're not tempted to buy any of that equipment. I mean, if anything, we could buy more sheep. We could buy like 30. Yeah, because we have some crops to sell. So we could buy like 30 for 150,000 approximately. You want to fill this thing while we're here? Yeah, let's do that. Get this turned around. Yeah, I think that makes sense. If we do it that way. Okay. So maybe we'll skip the haymaking this year and just focus on the money making. All right. Now, is this going to fill from the trigger? Or is it going to fill from our pallet? Let's see what we get here. Oh, you know what? Our bank account is coming down, so I think it filled from the trigger and not the pallet. Oh, but you know what? If I try to put it in gear, if I try to put it into, if I use my shuttle, the buttons overlap, so now we've maxed this thing out. All right, well, now we still have a pallet of fertilizer just sitting on the farm. We'll use that. We'll get that used up. We need to spread fert on all these fields again anyway. All of our arable fields, they only have 2 layers right now, and I want them all to have 3. So this gate, our first gate, no problem. This one's easy to find. And it was, this thing was at about, I want to say about 600 liters. So 1,400 liters I saw up there was about 2,000 pounds, which is almost exactly what we'd pay if we bought a pallet down at the store. That was my other question, is do we save money by filling up here versus bringing a pallet up? But I think it's about the same. All right, let's first confirm that this field does not have fertilizer in it. So we'll go here, and it does not. This is field 28. All right, so we'll get this done. And these fields are, I would say they're on the small side, but they're not tiny. You know, we'll get some output out of a field like this. Maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 bales, maybe more. And that is when we do bale. As far as grass for silage, well, 8 bales would be 32,000. Yeah, that's about right. And I didn't check the price of silage, what we can sell it for, but I don't know, 6 fields, 8 fields, grass fields, maybe 150,000 liters, 200,000. We'll make some money. We'll make more money selling this as silage than we will putting it up as hay bales and feeding our sheep with it, at least the first year. Maybe later when we have 75 or 100 sheep and they're making a decent amount of wool, that'll be a revenue stream. But for the first couple of years, I think all our sheep are going to do is eat and be a pain in the ass. We will need to buy a water trailer, and I think I'm just going to go with the base game water trailer. We don't have a dairy right now, so we're not hauling milk, and I don't see a compost master on this map, so we don't need it for fuel, even though I don't like using the same trailer for fuel and milk and water. You can in a pinch, you know, just to save some time, save some money, rather than buying or leasing the fuel-specific trailer from the Coda Universal Pack. So we'll just use that little trailer. It's a lot easier to get around, and I don't know, I don't think we'll have enough animals our first year that we'll be making multiple trips per day to keep them watered. Later, when we have more of them, it can sometimes take 2 trips to fill the trough, but for now, I think 1 trip ought to do it. All right. And we'll try to get no overlap here and get as much of this done as we can in one pass. Just a little tiny bit we're missing. Not too bad. All right, so that is one field. Oh, and I just saw, hang on. I just saw, we'll make use of it right now. I just saw there is a back gate. So this field has 3 entrances. Okay. That's convenient. Let's go take a look around here and figure out where some of these other gates are now. If we go over here, so this definitely goes to the yard. Got that one. Over here, I think I just saw a gate. So this goes to field 27 or field 29? That is field 29. How expensive are fields on this map? Not very expensive. I would I would buy that just impulsively because it's only 15 grand. Except we don't have, I mean, we got 175,000, but it's going to go quick when we start buying animals, and we really don't need any fields at the moment. We own so many fields already. All right, so this is field 27. Let's do this one next and just kind of go through them one at a time so we're not getting all turned around and confused. It doesn't take a whole lot to confuse me. All right. So we'll hop back in here, right? Turned around this way. And I am going to leave this open for the moment. I'll close them all when I'm done, either on camera or off camera. All right, so this is field 27. So we get this one done. There's a gate into field 29 right there as well. Okay. A lot of gates on this map. It sounds like a weird thing to say, but there really are. There's so many ways to get from one field to another. And it looks like this is the edge of the map right here. Man, the map maker did a really good job with the edges of this map. It does not, when you get to the edge of the map, it does not look like you're at the edge of the map. Like, it looks like we could completely drive into that forest right there. Very nice 3D effect. Trickery. Well done. All right, so over here, no gate. So we'll need to leave this field and drive back through the yard. Not a big deal. Just figuring out where everything is. And then the other one that I'm really curious about is, you can sort of see it in the mini-map. 2.6, I know I saw a gate for that one. 2.5, unknown. And field 2.4 also has me a little bit perplexed. Because it's sort of, it's not on a road. It's only connected to other fields. So we'll see how we get into that one. All right, but we're making our way. We're figuring it out. So we'll get this one done. And I believe, yeah, I'll skip time when we're all done with this cultivating. I'll skip time. And next episode we will be, I might skip a lot of time. Next episode will either be buying animals, or we may, no, next episode we'll be buying animals. That will make sense, because I might need to skip to when either the grass is ready to be harvested, first cut, or when we start planting crops. And both of those may be 3 or 4 in-game days from now. But we can buy animals anytime we want. So what we can do, maybe next episode we'll get everything ready for the animals. We'll get the bales all sorted out, and we'll get the water all sorted out. And then we'll actually buy sheep the episode after that. Yeah, that could be a thing. All right. So this is field 2.6. This one's done. We want field 2... I'm sorry, this is 2.7. Next one is 2.6. All right, here we go. So right through here. Back around here somewhere. Maybe. And once we get in here, we need to see if this is how we access field 2.5, and if it is, then from there, is that how we access field 2.4? All right. So 2.5 is right there. I don't see a gate, at least not yet. Yeah, we're looking straight out at the edge of the map. That's really, really well done. I like it. I like it. All right. No, I think we're going to get into 2.5 either from the yard or possibly through the cow pasture. Yeah, because I'm really... Well, I definitely don't see a way to get there from here, but I don't even know if there's a way to get there from the yard. Possibly. We'll go take a look. Right there. Nope. Okay. Feels like a bit of a puzzle, I have to say. I don't mind. It's fun figuring stuff out, and it's always fun to learn a new map. Spend some time on a new map. See things you haven't seen before. All right. So turn that off. We'll come right up here. So before we do this one, let's do this. Let's do this instead. Because we've got another field on the... Carefully through here. We've got another field Yeah, there's no way to get into 2.5 from here. But I think, let's park this for a moment. All right. I think yeah, I think we get to 2.5 through the cow pasture. All right, that's easy enough. How do we get in here? We come through here or through here. Okay. All right. Where are we at on time? 23 minutes. Man, I kind of want to get all these done before the end of the episode. We may be able to. Maybe. All right. So this puts us... All right, we're in. We're through the gates. So now... close this one. I know we don't have any animals, so I don't really need to be closing these gates, but it's just a habit. Right, so we go over here. And then the next question is, can we get from field 2.5 to field 2.4? And yeah, I think we can. I think we can. And then from there to field 2.3. Is that possible? So this is 2.5. This is going to let us into 2.4, right? Oh, and there's beautiful. And then this one is this 2.3? I think it is, yeah. Fantastic. And then we'll see if there's a gate over by the house, over by the chickens, to get back into the yard. Okay, cool. So let's knock these 3 out. We'll see where we are on time. And we'll call it right there. It's going to be a fair bit of mowing when we get to it. It really is. And it's also... I wouldn't say that these are like inaccessible, but we're going to have to make a lot of trips to the VGA. It's kind of a, you know what I mean? A bit of a twisty turny map. All right, so we'll do this. We'll get this one closed. We're not going back this way, so we can close this one now. All right. So this is a Welsh map made by an American, and it has kind of a German feel to it. Well done. All right, through here. We're going a little bit fast. Slow that down. In fact, we'll throw the cruise control on. Try to be legit. try to be realistic sim farmers. So right around here. I also noticed I don't have any fuel mods running other than the slow refueling mod, but as far as fuel usage, I don't have anything running right now. And it seems like that Fiat is just burning through diesel. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's not that big a deal. We have enough money, and I believe there's fuel for sale on the farm. So it'll be quick enough to fill up. It's just one of those things that when it happens, it sort of, I don't know, catches me out a little bit. All right, so right there. All right, well, that's done. And we may be able to get this in one pass. If not, it'll be close. We'll just go down the center. And if we have a little strip on one side or the other, not a big deal. Yeah, we get most of it. I didn't know for the longest time whether you had to get 100% of a field with fertilizer for it to count. I really did. I didn't know that it was broken into cells. I thought if it wasn't at 100%, then it was at 0%. So I would use that painting technique and just go in and layer fertilizer on it over and over and over till I was confident that I had hit every square meter. Turns out you don't have to do that. All right. So we'll close this gate because we're not going back there. Get this field done. I'll be out on time. 27 minutes. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. We might be a minute over. And then the last thing we'll check is, yep, I can see it from here. There is a gate back to the yard from here. Okay. You know, I sort of prefer this coming in this direction rather than coming through the cows. I know. It's just a sim. It's just pixels. I know, but I still worry about, like, spooking the cows, you know? Although I'm told they're sort of indifferent. They really don't notice or care. Dairy cows don't notice or care really about anything other than food. It's the only thing they think about. So I don't know that driving a tractor through there is going to be some kind of like disruptive or traumatic event at the dairy. But just the idea of it. I don't know. If I was a farmer, I think I would try to be nice to my animals. You know? We're all sort of on the same team, are we not? We're all working together. Sort of. Oh. All right. This, I don't think we can get all the way across here in one pass. But again, I don't like the idea of all that overlap just to get that little strip over there. So when we're done with this pass, we'll just leave it as is. And let the rain do the rest as far as spreading around our fertilizer. All right. Through there. And then right up here. All right. Stop that. Right over here. And let's do this. Again, this is probably not an approved real-world technique, but you got to make adjustments. You got to make allowances in that farm sim life. All right. Right up this side. We'll go up this side and back down the other side, and I believe, we'll take a look at the map as soon as we're done here, but I believe that is all of our grass fields fertilized. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. I'll find out in a moment. Around there. Try not to hose the chickens down with fertilizer. They'd eat it, wouldn't they? If there were little pellets, they would eat it. Told they're not very bright. All right. Same thing. We got a little strip over there on the right. but I'm not going to bother with it. So turn this off. Pull up right over here. Yep. Right about right there, and we'll take a look at the map here. Yep, looks like all of our grass fields. Oh, 3 and 4, son of a... All right, I'll do this off camera. God. We own so many fields. We'll figure it out. All right, there you have it. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator. Almost made it. Almost made it to the end of the video without tripping over a word. Farming Simulator 17. This is Gwenddwr. See you next time. Take care now.